Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Hello everybody. We are just about ready for our next game. This is game number 2 on day number 2 here at Cactus Cup 2025. I am Loquita Bonita, also known as Bonita, joined by...
I'm Muffin Tumble.
The fabulous Muffin Tumble, and of course, the supreme empress of statistics and producing cakes is with us. So we're gonna go ahead and, now that I got to talk so much joy about the team here at the announcers table, let's share some more Derby joy as we go through the rosters, kicking it off with Rockin City.
Yes, all the way from Round Rock, Texas, skating in blue, we have 07, Jackie Daniels, 1096, Chola Rola, 13, Espain, 1337, Largo, 1990, Rugrat, 202, Freight Train, 31, Pop Tart, 313, Lola Chola, 5011, Moxie Balboa, 669, Miss Destruction, 71, Catrix, 82, Cracker Jap, 89, Arrakis, 909, SoCal Menace. Coaching, we have Sharknado and Colonel Angus. And in spirit and on the bench and in our hearts, Audrey is here today.
And skating in the white jerseys for Windy City All-Stars, 003 Buttercup, 1975 the captain Nasty Al, 21 Tricky Pixie, 253 Hella Fitzgerald, 269 Braze Satan, 312 Killanoise, 41 Joliet Jane, 426 Jackie Jerkheart, 451 Animal Lee, 5 Fox Force, 512 Cheeks, 69 Demanda Beating, number 81 D-Ride, 85 Ice Hurt, 9 Nicholas Rage. And Muffin, who do we have on our officiating crew?
We have Doesn't Matter, Shirley Temple, Whoopsie Daisy, Momster Mash, Talia Up, Lizard Beth, Aaron Burr, Toad, Faye Your Name, Rachel Scarson, Doesn't Matter again, sorry, Adam Splitter, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boom, PH Demon, Bacon the Question, Dr. Math, Jams Joyce, Sydney Vicious, and Bread Pool.
A rockin' team all around the venue this morning. That whistle's letting us know that we are just about to get rockin' and rollin' here. So it's going to be a good one. These teams both played yesterday, did not come out victorious in their first round of games. So facing off here.
Yes, so Rockin' City lost to the Legacy 226-73, and Windy City lost to the Arizona All-Stars 174-128.
And I glanced at the WFT Day predictor, and it does predict that Rockin' City is going to win this game by 10 points, but we'll see how that goes. And right away, we are off with Arrakis getting lead.
And that is Illinois out on initial for Windy City All-Stars.
So Arrakis through the pack for 4, going to call it off before Illinois is able to get any points. So a quick, very quick, like that was less than 20 seconds. And 4 points are going up for Rockin' City.
And if you're watching at home, please tell us where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. We'd love to shout you out. Oh my God, Dr. Math, I love him. That's from Sonnet Boom. Oh, hi, Sonnet. I'm a fan. Sonnet Boom from Jewish Roller Derby. And if you're going to World Cup, please tell us where you're going, who you're rooting for there. We have Ice Hurt jamming for jam number 2 for Windy All-Stars, and that is Freight Train donning the star for Rockin' City. Ice Hurt is the lead jammer. We have a 4-on penalty and our first power jam of this game in favor of Windy City. Ice already threw the pack on a scoring pass. The pack spread out, and another whistle blown. So Ice almost threw on a scoring pass. Ice getting caught up some knee-to-knee leg lock action at turn number 3. That's going to be a low block on Miss Destruction. So we already have a couple visits to the Night Owl penalty box so far this game. Ice Hurt approaching the pack for a 3rd scoring pass. Freight Train back through, tiptoeing through on the line. That was initial pass for Freight Train. Ice Hurt, 3rd scoring pass completed. And that is our first lead change of this game.
Woot woot, lead change. We love a lead change. We'd like more of those.
Yeah, they're very exciting. Let's keep it exciting. Okay, we're gonna have Pop-Tart donning the star for this next jam, jam number 3 for Rockin' City. Four 3-pack advantage for Windy City, and that is Nicholas Rage jamming for Windy City All-Stars.
Nicholas Rage pushing to the front of the pack, getting bumped to the outside by Spain. And that, in that amount of time, Pop-Tart got out of the pack, is lead for Rockin' City. Nicholas Rage also now out of the pack, so pressure's on. Pop-Tart, let's see, maybe got 2, 1? 1. So 1 point going up for Pop-Tart and Rockin' City.
So the score now 12-5 in favor of Windy City. We're only 4 minutes into this game.
Yeah, these jams have been super quick so far. We'll see, is that going to be the standard pace? Each team able to get their jammer out fairly quickly. That puts the pressure on. Braze Satan with the star for Windy City, Largo for Rockin' City.
4 jammer rotations so far for both of these teams. Quick reset of offense and defense. Largo at the front of that pack. We got Freight Train as pivot. 1 more assist from Freight Train. Great meet of a defense by the Windy City Rollers. There it is. There was some work, but that is lead jammer status for Largo. Largo skates with Alamo City, but is new to Rockin City. Braze Satan is out on initial, forces a call off. That'll be a scoreless jam for Windy City. They will hold at 12. And 3 more for Rockin City, taking them to 8. 12-8 in favor of Windy City.
So just 4 points now separating these two teams. Each jam still very quick, right? Like we're still just barely getting to 5 minutes in with Illinois wearing that star for Windy City and Arrakis for Rockin City.
We'll make that 9 points. I saw 1 more point go on that board, so that was a 4-point pass for Largo.
And Arrakis out first. Illinois is now also out of the pack.
Nice assist. Ooh, lovely little push there. That was SoCal Menace, another new skater to Rockin City.
Yeah, and Arrakis calling it off with flair.
And guess what? Dun, dun, dun.
Lead change. We love a lead change. We got a lead change. This is going to be a great game. Everybody lining up on that Sublime Jam line. 1 Rockin City blocker in the Night Owl penalty box. Freight Train wearing the star for this jam. Ice Hurt with the star for Windy City. And it's Ice who is able to find space on that outside lane and gets out first for lead. Freight Train, though, coming up very quickly. Can you hear the sound of that train coming around the bend?
Nice little tap to the infield by Catrix right at the end of that jam.
Any points? No, another 0-0 jam.
I think that's our second scoreless. 12-13 if you're watching at home. If you're admiring these Rockin City uniforms, aren't they gorgeous? I've heard talk about them. They are Spain's new company, and it's Tops. Like Top, the way I say coffee, T-A-W-P, sportswear at Gmail, if you want to ask questions about them. But that's Nicholas Rage donning the star again for Windy City, and Pop-Tart for Rockin City. But there it is. Nicholas Rage is the lead jammer. Pop-Tart star in hand at turn number 1, getting held up around the outside. That's a scoring pass for Rage. Star in hand, that is Chola Rola right before turn number 3. There is the first star pass of this game. Pop-Tart and Espain holding up that tripod at turn number 2. Lovely assist. I think that was, I'm not sure who that was. That was 69. Demand a beating. I know who you are, sorry. Demand a beating with some beautiful offense there. Cholarola doing some jammer defense at the back of their pack, still trying to get that helmet cover on. Now jamming for Rockin City officially is Cholarola. Jackie Daniels pulling the call back. Everybody resetting to turn 1, just beyond the Night Owl, the Sip Elixirs pivot line. That was some work, but there's a lead jammer status for Nicholas Rage. Or 4 points. I'm sorry, second scoring pass.
Sorry, I'm up.
Yep, there's halfway through the third scoring pass. Nicholas Rage resetting at turn 3. Oh, huge hit at turn 3. Both jammers reset all the way back to turn 1.
Wow, that was a 2-minute jam by choice. So finally a jam that lasted more than 27.2 seconds as we get ready for jam number 8. About 20 minutes left here in the first half. Looking at a score of 22-13, and that means we've had another lead change. Change. Lead change. And
Hydration.
indeed, all the hydration, especially if you're in a desert somewhere like we are here in Arizona. That's Rugrat wearing the star for Rockin City. Rugrat out first, has picked up lead, broken a little lead streak that Windy City had, and kind of swam through the pack up on one skate. Taking those tips from Coach Shark over here, picks up 4 and calls it off.
I want to give you some information about our raffle. Don't miss a chance to win the Something in Our online raffle. Tickets are $5 each. Winners will be drawn and notified after Cactus Cup. A big shout out to our amazing sponsors and donors for helping to make this raffle so fantastic. Make sure you get your tickets in before the tournament ends. Braceton jamming against Arrakis. Arrakis 100% lead jammer status. So far that's 3 for 3. Already out. Braceton is out on initial. Lovely assist from Spain at the front. Quick hit it and quit it moment by Arrakis. Thumbs up to the crowd. And 4 more for, well, it's, there it is, 4 more, 21 points for Rockin City. I don't want to give them until they're officially given. I'm so sorry. So 22-21, we have a 1-point game, and we're at 3 lead changes so far, Bonita.
Yeah, how many do you think we're going to see?
Ooh, here we go. Let's hope for 3 more.
You think?
Let's keep it interesting.
You think 6?
I don't know.
6 total? I think we're going to see 11. 11, at least 11. That's Freight Train with the star for Rockin City. Tricky Pixie in the highly identifiable pink shorts and high socks, wearing that star for Windy City. Tricky Pixie out of the pack as Freight Train is making a scoring pass. Buttercup joined by Fox Force, slowing Freight down, but not before Freight picks up 3 more points and gives us another lead change. Lead change.
So that will be 4 if we're counting at home.
And we are. I know you are.
We're counting for you.
We're counting.
18 minutes left in the first half. That's Pop-Tart on the line for Rockin City and Ice Hurt for Windy City. We're rocking and windy here today.
Man, it was rocking and windy last night when we left the venue.
Oh my gosh, it really was. But lead jammer is Ice Hurt. Star pass to Spain, the captain of Rockin City, and the owner of the company that has those beautiful Rockin City uniforms. Ice Hurt already threw in a scoring pass.
Oh no, there wasn't a, what has happened? It looks like maybe.
It's a take backsy moment. Pop-Tart has the star in hand again. We had a little of that in game 1 today as well. But that will be a scoreless jam for Rockin City and 7 more for Windy City, taking them to 29.
And you know what that means?
Yes.
It's another lead change. Lead change.
Currently no visitors at the Night Owl penalty box.
Oh, it looks like we're going to have a timeout. An official timeout? No, a team timeout? Yes, an official timeout.
This is brought to you by sponsor Rehab, the Rehab Lab, who we love very much. Thank you, Rehab Lab. But I want to shout out all of our sponsors because they are the MVPs. Let's show some love to our sponsors.
Absolutely. Like Muffin said, this official timeout is brought to you by Rehab Lab. Tempe and Scottsdale's movement expert, Dr. Ben with Rehab Lab. Achieve lasting pain relief and optimal movement through personalized chiropractic care. Dr. Ben builds his treatment around you and your goals. Rehab Lab. Y'all, I was watching SmackDown last night. It's a WrestleMania weekend, so this might be my audition tape for WrestleMania.
Oh, are we going to take the roof off again?
Yeah.
Yeah. The roof of the Arizona Athletics grounds is coming off. Okay.
Taking the rumble from the inside to the outside. That's Largo with the star for Rockin' City. Nicholas Rage for Windy City.
Little pileup.
Oh, and look
Oh.
who it is. Largo, like with a hoppity hop. Largo, did you see some of those Arizona Jackrabbits outside? Because that was a definite Jackrabbit move, and it was amazing.
It is. I like the racing arms of Largo going around the outside.
And Nicholas Rage also out, puts the pressure on. Largo able to slip through for one, but does not prevent Rage from getting any points. So one also going up, so a 1-1 jam. Score 30-25, both teams keeping it close.
And if you're in-house, please visit our merch area. We have merch at the merch booth. You can get a fabulous selection of items from Cactus Cup, AZRD, and throughout the weekend. Be sure to check out the various teams selling their merch. Next up, Illinois against Arrakis. Arrakis currently at 100% lead jammer status. Illinois is doing great as well. Arrakis busting through that forearm penalty, and it is a power jam, Windy City. This will be the second power jam in favor of Windy City. Illinois contending with Moxie Balboa and Jackie Daniels at the front of that pack. Nice assist from Miss Payne. That's Chola Rolla holding them all in play. Forearm penalty. No, yes. Okay. Reset. Yes,
Yeah.
Illinois wasn't completely back in the track. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to know who's getting that penalty call, and you don't want to be the one who's getting like an extra penalty.
Right.
'cause
No,
you didn't listen.
always play it safe. But lead jammer is Illinois halfway through a scoring pass. But Arrakis is out on initial. Will hit the pack just before turn 3, unless the call off is forced off. Penalties?
All right, and we are getting ready for jam number 14. Man, 14 jams already, and we are just almost right at 50% of the way through the game. So, and looks like we have a timeout, another official timeout brought to you by Rehab Lab. And we want to give a big thanks to our Sip Elixirs, our Pivot Line sponsor. Stay hydrated with Sip. Mini bottles, mighty effects. Whether you're hitting the track or just need a boost, Sip Elixirs has you covered.
Oh, that's a good one.
And that whistle means we are back at the live derby action. Brace Satan wearing the star for Windy City. Freight train for Rockin' City. Brace Satan out first. Has lead. Freight looking to get out of the pack. Contained here in the turns. Now through though, so pressure's on. Brace Satan through for 4, gonna call it off. 4 points? Yeah, that's right, 4 points going up for the City of Wind.
And Sonic Boom, I see your comment, and I heard Illinois yesterday, but I know Illinois is Illinois, but Illinois sounds fun too, but it is Illinois. So sorry, Illinois. But that is Ice Hurt against Pop Tart. Ice Hurt is already the lead jammer. That's 3 leads in a row for Windy City. Pop Tart just passed the Sip of Elixir's pivot line and out on initial. Ice Hurt exactly 1 lap ahead of Pop Tart. Will hit the pack at the top apex. Knocked to the infield by Jackie Daniels. The jam concludes. That'll be the 3rd scoreless jam in a row for Rockin City, and 4 more for Windy City, taking them to 42.
Rockin City started off really strong in this game, has experienced the cooling effects of the wind that comes from the City of Wind. We'll see what they can do here in this next jam. Rockin City certainly capable of making up that difference. Nicholas Rage wearing the star for Windy City, facing off against Rugrat, sorry about that, Rugrat, who's got the star for Rockin City. Rugrat through first has picked up lead. Both teams with a blocker in the Night Owl penalty box. Rugrat attempting to get through there on the inside, gets knocked in, so calls it off. Able to pick up 3 points before that call off, taking their score to 28-43, holding Windy City scoreless. That's the first lead that Rockin City has had in the last 4 jams, previous 3 going to Windy City. Getting ready here for the next jam. Arrakis with the star for Rockin City. Tricky Pixie for Windy City.
Wow, that was quick. Arrakis through has already been declared lead jammer. Arrakis is at 80% lead jammer status. Will hit the pack just before the Sip Elixir's pivot line. Tricky Pixie out on initial. Arrakis taken all the way back to before the Sublime jam line and calls it. But not before Tricky can steal some points. Rockin City wins that jam 2-3. The score 45-31 in favor of Windy City. 10.5 minutes left in the first half.
14 points separating these 2 teams. That certainly can be made up in a single jam. Freight Train taking the star for the City of Rock. And Illinois for Windy City. Freight going through the middle, just busts open that pack and picks up lead. Killa still looking for some space on the toe stops on that outside lane. Those Rockin City blockers, though, tenaciously following and holding Killa back, but now out of the pack, so pressure on. Freight picking up the points and calling it off, gets 3 on that jam.
Yeah, little shift in momentum. It was 3 leads for Windy and now 3 leads in a row for Rockin. So 9.5 minutes left in the first half. But whew, a little back and forth, I love it. Who here is rooting for Windy City?
Windy City fans, where you at? There it is.
All right, what about Rockin City? Who's here for Rockin City? All right, it's kind of split,
Rockin City, what?
That's Pop Tart donning the star for Rockin City against Ice Hurt. Ice Hurt is the lead jammer. Ice is at 100% lead jammer status. Looking for that outside path, getting tapped out by Jackie. Quickly back in, yep. Power jam, Rockin City.
Power jam.
This will also be a 2-minute jam.
Jammer switcheroo with Ice Hurt now in the penalty box. So Pop-Tart through on that initial pass. Next pass will be the one for points.
Nice apex hop.
Oh my gosh. Big ups by Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart. It was so casual. I'm just gonna hop.
It was like Pop-Tart was coming out of a toaster.
Ice Heart out of the box and back on the track through on a scoring pass. Pop-Tart caught up behind Cheeks. Cheeks and Animal Lee. Ooh. Is it Animal Lee from Dallas fame? It has to be, right? Okay, Ice Hurt through again, another scoring pass. We do have a star in hand, new jammer of record, Jackie Daniels, first time jamming all weekend. The pack taking up a little speed, approaching turn 3. $12-point jam for Ice. That will take Windy to 57. 8 points total for Rockin City, taking to 42. We do have a team timeout for Rockin City.
If you love roller skating, and come on, we know you do, you know that magic happens when roller derby, park, and roller skaters of all disciplines get together. Join us at RollerCon 2025, July 9 through 13 at the Expo Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. And did you know that you can win a RollerCon MVP pass at our online raffle? Check it out on the Arizona Roller Derby Instagram and other socials, as the kids say. I don't know, they probably don't. Make sure you get entered to win that ticket. And while you're there, check out all the amazing raffles. You can get some sweet gear from 888, from 187. There's some lovely jewelry from Derby Girl Designs. Also, the juniors have a Arizona Scratchers basket of lottery tickets. So you can't win if you don't play. So enter that raffle.
In the chat, I was notified that is Animal Lee from Dallas fame. Hi, Animal Lee. Okay, Nicholas Rage donning the star again against Arrakis.
Yeah, and Arrakis there at the top of the pack, but goes from the outside to the inside and is with a penalty. So Nicholas Rage now with one to beat is designated lead here in jam number 20. Rockin City down a blocker as well. Freight Train spending a little bit of time in the Night Owl penalty box.
That was a really pretty exit by Nicholas Rage over there at turn 3. Let's see how this one goes.
Rage getting knocked out and recycled back.
That is Miss Destruction.
Thank you.
Miss Destruction again, now taking it to the infield.
Yeah, Nicholas Rage was attempting a apex jump there, but got knocked to the inside. Arrakis on the track and through.
That's initial pass for Arrakis.
So Nicholas Rage gonna call it off, putting a hard stop on Arrakis' ability to pick up any points in jam number 20. So score 65 to 42.
You have a 23-point game. Lucky 23, we're ready for jam 21. The Night Owl penalty box is empty, and that is where our after party is tomorrow evening. But we have Bray Satan jamming against Largo. And is Bray Satan a vegan? I'm going to imagine yes, right? But all hail and Braise Satan.
Thumbs
Yes.
up from producer Cakes.
I love soy.
I do too.
I really do. Okay, and speaking of Bray Satan, lead jammer. Let's hear it for plant foods, plant-based foods. We do have start in hand, Miss Destruction just before the Sip Elixir's pivot line. Bracy Tan, a little trouble back in that blue tripod in the back. They're being held together by Largo. We have SoCal Menace in that tripod. SoCal coming up for an assist. Just enough to get Miss D out. That was some work, but beautiful skating and beautiful assist by SoCal. SoCal going right back to defense right here at turn number 1. Miss D forcing that call off. That'll be a scoreless jam for Rockin City. They will hold at 42. 3 more points for Windy City, taking them to 68.
I think a timeout is being called, maybe? An official review, yes. Being requested by Rockin City.
Brought to you by Rehab Lab, and it's not rocket science. I see Sharknado in the center. Let's go to the chat. LOL, Braze is a vegan. Thank you. Oh, and happy birthday, Braze Satan. Woo! Birthday weekend.
What better place to celebrate your birthday than Cactus Cup
Right?
in beautiful Mesa, Arizona? And it is a beautiful weekend.
It's
Right.
lovely.
Y'all, this worked out just right because the week before this was 3-digit hot. We were all like on fire here.
Oh,
and
yeah.
now, just in time for Cactus Cup, there's like a 30-degree drop in the temperature.
No, I love it. Except last night, the wind was insane.
It was.
Brought in from Windy City. They brought the wind with them. But I was expecting 100 degrees. But and it's a dry heat. It's fine. But, ooh, dry heat in 80s or even, it was 50s last night. Insane.
Yeah, that's wild. Hey, a happy birthday shout out also to Fox Force. So it's a big birthday weekend all around. Anybody else celebrating a birthday? Let us know. We'll shout you out.
Senior Poo Poo in the chat, yes. It's wild to call Arizona weather pretty.
Stop it. Arizona weather is amazing, except when you're melting and can't really appreciate it. Awesome. So the official review is that Rockin City was asking for a forearm call on the Windy City Jammer, but there was no impact on gameplay, so the no call will stand, and Rockin City loses their official review. So here is a power jam. Pop-Tart headed to that Night Owl penalty box. Illinois pushing that pack forward. There's somebody got a penalty in that crew of folks. And there it is. It's a Rockin City blocker going to the box Spain. And Illinois now out is lead.
So this is 3 jammer penalties within 4 jams in favor of Windy City. So little penalty trouble.
Yeah, that's the 5th penalty for Spain. Oh, beautiful footwork up on those toe stops. Turning around is Pop-Tart after leaving the Night Owl penalty box. Forcing that call off. I do believe some final points were picked up there. Yes, 3 points on that last scoring pass. So 7 points on the jam for Windy City, taking that score to 75-42. Just about 2.5 minutes left here in the first half. Windy City has successfully held Rockin City scoreless on the last 3 jams.
4-3 pack advantage for Windy City. That is Arrakis donning the star for Rockin City against Ice Hurt. Ice Hurt, again, 100% lead jammer status. And the 5th lead jam in a row for Windy City. Ice hitting the pack so fast. Contending with SoCal. Right there at the top apex. And through on a scoring pass. That was a quick pass. Arrakis out on initial. Looks like 7-point jam for Ice Hurt. Take 82 to 42, a 40-point game, and a minute and a half on the halftime jam clock. Halftime, a minute and a half to halftime. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. It's a clock. It has time. There's seconds. There's minutes. They move. So, jam number 24. Braze with the star for Windy City. Freight for Rockin City. We're on first name basis here after 29 minutes of Derby. So both Braze and Freight pushing forward, and it's Freight who's able to slalom out of that pack.
That was a fight to the
first,
front.
however, yeah, Freight was not designated lead. It was Braze. So with Freight coming around, Braze calls off the jam. That is going to leave us time for at least one more jam.
In our third scoreless jam.
Ooh. Intriguing. Yay, Derby.
Oh, everyone from the south. Yeah, but it's a nice dry heat, though.
Yeah, you still melt. Meltity melt. And you fry eggs and cook and bake cookies on the sidewalk. Anyway, much more fun to talk about Pop-Tart. We're in the star for Rockin City and Rage for Windy City.
Nicholas Rage resetting at the back of that pack. Pop-Tart through, but tiptoeing through the inside lane. Lead jammer, Nicholas Rage. The 7th lead jam in a row for Windy City. Pop-Tart physically pushing that pack to the top apex. SoCal Largo combo at the front. Ooh, yes, another pass. Quick scoring pass for Nicholas Rage. Pop-Tart still on initial. Nicholas Rage round the outside again. A beautiful exit. I love the sidestepping, high-stepping escape. We have a power jam in favor of Windy City.
Power jam.
6 power jam, and we will have a power start coming up. Oh, in the next half.
Oh my, oh my. The start of the second half is gonna be a banger.
Oh, I love the second half. Everyone comes out fighting.
That's right. I know. I can already feel in my soul that there's going to be some amazing locker room talk in this second half. How about you in the chat? What do you think they're going to be talking about in the locker room while they take their little breaky break? Let us know in the chat. And hey, everybody, take your own little breaky break. If you're here in the venue, be sure you check out that merch table during the break. And if you are online, peep the online raffle for Arizona Roller Derby. Also, remember, Black Diaspora will be having their auction on April 27th, so make sure you're following all their socials to get more information about that. And we will see you back here in 14 minutes.
You give it everything you've got. And so do we. Why? So you can reach higher. Do more. Be yourself. Trust yourself. On the track, in the park, believe in yourself. Protect yourself. Because no matter who you are, we've got you covered. Certified protection, second to none.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
You give it everything you've got. And so do we. Why? So you can reach higher. Do more. Be yourself. Trust yourself. On the track, in the park, believe in yourself. Protect yourself. Because no matter who you are, we've got you covered. Certified protection, second to none.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music license. licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
You give it everything you've got. And so do we. Why? So you can reach higher. Do more. Be yourself. Trust yourself. On the track, in the park, believe in yourself. Protect yourself. Because no matter who you are, we've got you covered. Certified protection, second to none.
Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist IO.
Hello, hello, everybody. We are back. We have less than 2 minutes till we get back to the next half of this game. I love the weather chat in the in the Twitch, and I got to get in on that too, because Shank, I also am from Arizona, and I went to Georgia State in Atlanta, and I did really love those steamy southern nights, but I will take the Arizona heat over the South any day as well. You know what else I would take is the Windy City penalty count over the Rockin City penalty count at this point, because Windy City is sitting on 13 penalties from the first half, and only 4 of their skaters received those penalties, whereas Rockin City has 21 and 7 skaters that have penalties. S-Payne has 5, and nobody else has more than 3 on the Rockin City side. Anima Lee has 4 on the Windy City side.
And then points-wise, we have Ice with 100% lead jammer status, high scorer of this game with 43 of those 94 points scored by Windy City. And second is Nicholas Rage with 31 of those points. High scorer for Rockin City is Arrakis with 15 of those points. And Windy City has 60% lead jammer status over Rockin City's 40%, but we will have a power start coming up. Pop-Tart sitting out a penalty from the end of the first half. And speaking of high score, it's Ice on the line getting ready for Jam 1, period 2.
Whistle blows, and we are back at it. So 30 minutes here to see if we're going to make any changes, if we'll get back to those lead changes that we saw in the early moments of the game. Ice Hurt gets lead very quickly. So now looking to score some points. Buttercup getting in there to offer some offense, trying to break things up to create space for Ice to get out of the pack. Ice, though, contained by that tripod of Jackie Daniels and Freight Train.
And Moxie Balboa.
Along with Moxie.
Ice Hurt through on a scoring pass. Pop-Tart back on the track.
Oh man, a nice little slalom from the inside to the out by Ice, but then once again contained by that same tripod. They are tracking so well with Ice.
Uh-oh. Cut track penalty.
Oh man, so that means we have another power jam. Power jam. Oh, and Ice going. So not only was it a power jam, we now have the fabled jammer switcheroo occurring.
That's only the second jammer penalty for Windy City, but Pop-Tart back on the track. Ice Hurt hits the back of the pack, contending with Miss Destruction and Jackie Daniels just before turn number 3. We do have a star pass. Freight Train now jamming for Rockin City. Ice Hurt through. The second scoring pass. Freight Train getting knocked to the infield, resetting just before turn 3. Miss Destruction again with great defense in this jam. That'll be a score, oh, let's see. We do have points for Rockin City through 4 more, taking them to 46. And then 11-point jam for Ice, taking Windy City to 105.
105, the temperature in Phoenix last weekend. 46, the temperature last night in Phoenix once the sun went down. Dude, weather be wild.
And we have a pool at our house. We couldn't even use it because there was a monsoon in our backyard.
Oh, man.
Nicholas Rage down in the star against Arrakis. Arrakis at the front of the pack, tiptoeing in the line, and lead jammer Arrakis.
I'm just shaking my head because Arrakis just made that look so easy, like backwards, sideways, on the toe stops, and out.
Look at Arrakis physically push that pack 12 feet.
So strong.
So strong. Nicholas Rage out, forcing the call off. That'll be a scoreless jam for Windy City. They will hold at 105, and we have 4 more for Rockin' City. They have 50 points.
Getting ready here for jam number 3. Night Owl penalty box is empty. All the action at the Sublime Jam line. Gonna move quickly towards that Sip Elixirs pivot line. Illinois with the star for Windy City. Rugrat for Rockin' City. Illinois out quickly. Rugrat have found a little space on that inside lane, but Buttercup just shut it down. So Rugrat had to recycle, and now a star pass. So Miss Destruction jamming for Rockin' City out of the pack, putting the pressure on. Illinois calls it off. Able to pick up 3 points there is Illinois. So score going to 108 for the Windy City All-Stars.
Oh, and by the way, I want to say hi to Dimples out there if you're watching at home. We're sending you love and healing vibes all the way from Arizona. Dimples is a skater from Rockin' City. It was on the original roster. So we love you, Dimples, and we love you, Johnny Pepper. Bray Satan back on the line against Largo. Bray Satan, oh. Okay.
Something happened. There was a thing.
Official timeout. Oh,
Oh, somebody lost their...
super secret mouth rug. There it is. It's a procedural penalty. You got to have your mouth guard in.
You do.
I don't know where it fell out, or did it fall out of the mouth, or I don't know.
I don't know, but it was picked up and put directly back into the mouth, and I do think I heard a couple of groans around. Yo, you got to do what you got to do. It's a game. We're playing fast. Immunity builders everywhere. That's all. It's just an opportunity to build immunities.
So we're going to have Bray Satan against Arrakis. Arrakis on the line. Power start advantage for Rockin' City. Oh, gosh.
So next whistle will start the jam. It is an official timeout. Official timeout sponsor, Rehab Lab. Check them out at rehablab.arizona.com.
There's the fun whistle. Lackluster whistle, but ooh! Arrakis continuing with blockers. Nice assists from Freight Train. A lead jammer, Arrakis.
And Arrakis coming around very quickly. The pack was kind of just chilling over there before the second straightaway. Freight Train with some offense, looking to open things up. And Arrakis now through for 4.
Arrakis high score coming into this jam with 19 points, so that's 23 points so far for Arrakis. Halfway through this scoring pass and through. Oh, that was another pretty tiptoe on the line.
Absolutely. A tiptoe through the tulips here at Cactus Cup. Got to watch out for the thorns.
Bray Satan caught up behind SoCal Menace Freight Train. And we got Jackie Daniels in that pack as well, but a quick, oh, that was a beautiful escape. That was a shrug, shrug, score. Shrug, shrug, score. We got Miss D at the back.
Let's see, can Arrakis get another shrug, shrug score here?
I'll take that hit by Miss D. That was very effective, but Bray Satan brushed it off and through.
So Braze has made that initial pass. And there it is, the call off. So a big 16-point jam for Arrakis, and Rockin' City takes that score 66 to 108. Just 5 jams in here in the second half, a lot of time left.
Yeah, it's the highest scoring gem of the game, not of the day or the tournament. I think the number to beat is 24. Ice Hurt back on the line against Rugrat. So for fourth time donning the star, this game is Rugrat, but they actually got lead jammer status both times in the first half. Ice Hurt getting held up a little. So far, that's Freight Train's hips. Ooh, the old 1-2-3 combo. Not enough. Ice Hurt is out, and the lead jammer for Windy City.
And saw that no pass, no penalty signal there from Ice. I love it when the jammers call their own jams.
Uh-oh, power jam. Rockin City, this is the third power jam just in the second half in favor of Rockin City. And possibly our third 2-minute jam. Uh-oh, power jam. Now in favor of Windy City. This will be the 7th in favor of Windy City, and about a 12-second penalty.
Yeah, and this is the second time this half, right, that we've seen the old jammer switcheroo.
It is jam number 1 of the second half.
So Ice now back on the track. A little more than 30 seconds left in the jam.
Ice Hurt going through a little tap out from Cracker Jack, but through on another scoring pass for Ice Hurt. Misty going right back to the box. This will be a 5th penalty for misdestruction. Ice Hurt again. Got a little caught up, but through on another scoring pass. We did have a star pass attempt in there from Rugrat to Freight Train, but the jam concludes. Rockin City will hold at 66. Nice 12-point jam for Ice. 12 points, taking them to 120.
Yeah, Windy City did a great job shutting down Rugrat and keeping Rockin City from making any moves during the power jam. Looks like we have an official timeout. Official timeout brought to you by Rehab Lab. Check them out at rehablab.arizona.com. And, you know, we did see a mouthguard situation there. So let me shout out our another sponsor, Sisu Mouthguards, engineered for elite athletes. Sisu Mouthguards offer unmatched protection and comfort with innovative features that keep you focused on your game. Get the best in mouth protection. Sisu Mouthguards.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then Ice is just amazing. Look at Ice is all double digits. Let's see. We are back in business. Getting ready for jam number 7, period 2. That is Arrakis against Tricky Pixie. Arrakis is already through and lead jammer. Arrakis had a 16-point jam 2 jams ago and is coming into this jam with 35 of those 66 points. Will hit the pack at turn number 1. A nice assist from Freight Train. Tricky Pixie getting some trouble from Moxie, but through on initial. Oh, Tricky, that's a scoring pass for Tricky. Looks like Rocket's gonna run this jam.
They did have a skater misdestruction, had still been in that penalty box, so perhaps waiting to get things cleared.
Try and clear that box, yeah. So Rockin, go ahead.
Yeah, 7-6 in favor of Rockin City on that jam.
And Spider, if you're out there, people are commenting on your dance moves. We need more of them. I don't know if you can hear me. Spider also on team announcer, hailing from Windy City as well.
Yeah, you can catch him on the mic later this evening. He'll have another game called. That is Nicholas Rage out first, does have lead. Largo wearing the star for Rockin City. So Largo now out of the pack. Nicholas Rage calling it off just as Largo gets to the pack. Oh, thought there might be one there, but the jam ref disagreed, and they do get the final say. So a 1-0 jam in favor of Windy City.
And we still have 19 minutes left in this game. The next game today will be at 2 o'clock Arizona time, which currently is Pacific. It's Arizona Rising versus Boston B, 2 p.m. But next up, jamming, we have Illinois against Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart getting knocked out of bounds, resetting at the bottom apex. Meanwhile, around Moxie Balboa's hips and getting lead jammer status, Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois with some beautiful footwork there, breaking out of the pack.
Both those blockers went down, so Pop-Tart is out free on initial. Penalty on Freight Train.
That is penalty number 4 for Freight.
(4-0) jam in favor of Windy City, 131-73, 18 minutes left on the game clock. Team timeout.
Yeah, being called by Rockin City. Shout out to Derby Girl Designs. Add some sparkle with grit to your game. Derby Girl Designs creates handcrafted jewelry and unique gifts using rust-resistant stainless steel bearings, genuine gemstones, crystals, and CZ stones. Perfect for Derby lovers on and off the track. Visit derbygirldesigns.com and save 15% with coupon code Cactus Cup.
What?
Muffin, is there something you need to tell us?
I'm just playing along.
Ice Hurt has the start for Windy City, Arrakis for Rockin City, and Ice out first does pick up lead. Arrakis contained and then bumped to the outside by Windy City blockers. Ice now through on a scoring pass. Freight Train comes from the penalty box straight to the Star Pass. So Freight now jammer for Rockin City. And that will force the call off. 2 points picked up right before calling it off by Ice. So a 6-point jam for Windy City.
137 to 73 in favor of Windy City. A vacant Night Owl penalty box. And Freight Train getting ready to jam again for Rockin City. And I believe that's Tricky Pinky. Tricky Pixie.
With the pink shorts.
Woo! Oh, lovely pirouette escape. Oh no, power jam. Rockin City. I guess that pirouette, one set of wheels rolled over that rope, but lead jammer is Freight Train.
Power jam.
Nice. Freight Train with that sidestep escape of her scoring pass. Nice flash of offense from Rockin City. Ooh. Again, the sidestep hustle by Freight Train to escape on another scoring pass.
Fox Force with a chase down there at the end.
Birthday chase by Fox Force 5. Tricky is on initial pass. Power jam over, star in hand. Freight Train really caught up at turn 3. I see Jackie and Fox Force doing great defense for Windy City. Complete standstill at turn number 3. Just out of our vision from the announcer area, but star pass to Buttercup on Windy City. Buttercup forces that call off. That was a fun jam. 12-point jam for Freight, taking Rockin City to 85. Windy City will hold at 137.
Just under 15 minutes left to play in the game. So we're looking at a 52-point differential, which is not insurmountable. And it sounds like a lot of points, but I know everybody here is a Derby fan, and you know that that's just not true, depending on how the circumstances shake out. Nicholas Rage wearing the star for Windy City, Largo for Rockin City. Nicholas Rage up on the toe stops, but does get knocked to the outside and recycled back. Largo still back at the Sublime Jam line. Look at, and the inside lane was left wide open. However, due to a forearm penalty, Nicholas Rage is going to the Night Owl penalty box, and we have a power jam. Power jam. Power jam. Power jam for Rockin City. There has been a star pass.
That's SoCal Menace accepting the star, and now the jammer for Rockin City. Looking for an outside path and denied.
Now it had one to beat, but that one slowed SoCal down enough that others were able to join in. Penalty going to a Windy City blocker.
I have to comment on Nasty Al's persistent blocking, really getting her hips on the skater every time. Nasty Al.
That's some nasty blocking from Nasty Al. Living up to the name.
Again, with a drawback at turn 3, SoCal resetting. The first time SoCal has accepted the star all game. Lola Chola.
Rage through.
Oh, someone's asking about Rockin City. It's not a pickup team. They are WFTA certified, and they do have skaters, a couple satellite skaters that skate on different teams. But yes, they practice. They have they practice in Round Rock, Texas, and also in Austin. But they are established in 2013, Rockin City. but you will recognize many of these skaters from other teams, former teams, etc. 4-point jam, hard fought 4 points. I'll make that 7 for Windy City, 144 to 85.
Rockin City's been around a while, but it seems like they've really emerged in the last couple of years. Is that
Yes,
right?
at Clover Cup a couple years ago, and then it started getting transfers and really moving up in the rankings, I would say about 4 years ago. But you'll recognize like Jackie Daniels, actually formerly of Windy City and Grand Raggedy, also of Texas Roller Girls, now with Rockin City and other teams. Freight Train, formerly of Texas Roller Girls. There's a few from Texas Roller Girls, and then Pop-Tarts from everywhere, as you've talked about in the chat. Pop-Tart, no stranger to roller derby, from Alabama, Tennessee, and Louisiana, and now he lives in Houston and drives up to Round Rock to practice.
That's a bit of a drive.
It is, yeah, 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, we have skaters here in Arizona that drive 3 hours or 2 hours to skate with Arizona Roller Derby. So it's certainly, and I'm sure there's people in the chat, you got friends, maybe it's you, who has to drive a fur piece to get to your practices and your games.
Yep, for the love of derby, we do it. We travel everywhere. I came all the way from Arizona to Arizona from Texas.
That's right.
I think there's somebody here from Canada, because I saw Canadian contraband in our snack room. It was the Cheez-Its. Is there anyone from Canada here?
Canada?
Yes. Who came the farthest for this tournament is what I want to know.
I bet perhaps there's an official from Canada.
Probably so, right?
We'll find out. Inquiring minds want to know.
But yes, that is the Jackie Daniels. Yeah, Pop-Tart's been on a few teams. Hi, Sprint. No, Sprint, you've been around too, but how are you? Sprint Julep from Texas, Kansas, Atlanta, Black Diaspora. Sprint, you've been around. Oh, yes, thank you, Aaron Grievances. Moxie Balboa is also on Texas Roller Girls. Hi, Moxie. I'm also rooming with Moxie and Jackie and Pop-Tart, so I feel privileged. I may or may not have privileged information that I may or may not share with you. Seeing Laura Kitsch used to wake up at 5 a.m. to get to practice at 8 a.m. on Sundays. See, that's church. Derby church on Sundays. And yes, cakes after some white wine. Thank you for letting me say that on the mic. White wine. By the way, there is a bar here. I don't think they're open yet, but they do indeed have white wine. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Sorry about that, salsa fans. It's almost a sin to turn down Celia, but it had to be done because we're on it. Illinois with the star for Windy City, SoCal Menace for Rockin City.
Yeah, power jam.
And it is a power jam, or a power start, right? SoCal was in that penalty box when we started this jam. So Freight Train there at the Sip Elixir's pivot line, joined by Jackie Daniels, doing some excellent inverted blocking to slow down Illinois.
Illinois just got low and pivoted right out of that block, though. Great pass by Illinois. Another beautiful exit by Illinois.
I mean, I'm just shaking my head here because could that have been any more beautiful? SoCal Menace is on the track, has made a star pass. So Freight now jamming for Rockin City, and Freight is out of the pack. Illinois looking back, sees Freight skating up. Bench signals the call off, so jam has ended. See if there's any, yep, 3 final points going up there for Illinois and Windy City. So 11-point jam, score 155 to 85. About 10.5 minutes left here in this game.
I see Ice on the line for Windy City. I also see Rugrat for Rockin' City. Rugrat getting knocked out and resetting. Ice at the front. Quick reset of Cracker Jap, Lola Chola, and the pivot is Catrix. That was some work, but Ice Hurt is the lead jammer. Star pass to Catrix. This will be the first time we've seen Cat with the star today. Catrix also plays on Austin Anarchy, the men's derby team in Austin, men identifying team. Catrix stealing a point at the end of that jam. Oh, no, that was one for, just one for Ice? Okay, sorry, 156 to 85, 3 scoreless jams for Rockin' City. Just under 10 minutes left in the game.
That is the 6th star pass for Rockin' City this half. And we have an official timeout, which means salsa.
Ooh, the bar is open.
I mean, what do the officials have against Celia? I'm just starting to get into it. And then the jam starts. It's not like we're here for derby and not salsa dancing. All right, Arrakis, I see you out there, and you've picked up lead. Nicholas Rage also wearing the star out of the pack. So pressure on as Arrakis picks up 4. Gonna run it. A nice stop there by Cholarola and Jackie Daniels.
Nice.
Arrakis going to the outside, does get bumped out by Animal Lee. Buttercup also in on that blocking action. Some nice offense there from Freight Train. Opens things up, and Arrakis able to get through for 4.
Cholarola doing great defensive work, knocking Nicholas to the infield and then to the outfield. But Nicholas, oh, again getting knocked in. That was Moxie Balboa and Freight. Nice. Wow, on the line. Woo, dancing inside the ropes. That's Arrakis with another scoring pass. Arrakis coming into this jam with 35 points.
Three points picked up on that last pass by Nicholas Rage. So a massive 16-point jam for Arrakis, and Rockin' City takes that score just above the century mark, 101 to 159. Just under 8 minutes left here in this game.
A shout out to Hit Squad. I see Lloyd's in the house. Hi, Lloyd. Thanks for filming all the action, sharing your joy.
And looks like we have an official timeout. Yes, official timeout. Sponsor, Rehab Lab. Check them out at rehablabarizona.com. The certified sweat saver from 888 delivers top-tier safety, unmatched fit, and pro-level protection for derby, vert, and everything in between. Developed, tested, and trusted by the best. Try one for yourself. 888, a sponsor of Arizona Roller Derby and the Cactus Cup.
Dance party. Oh, look at Power Jam. Power Jam. I don't know what happened, but she's in the box. Arrakis. Espain hasn't been going out, I think.
Arrakis in the penalty box, so this is a power start for Illinois. Illinois pushing forward at the top of the pack, stopped at the Sip Elixir pivot line, getting some offensive assistance, trying to follow that through, but shut down by Moxie, Freight Train, and Miss D.
Wow.
That, oh.
Effective tripod.
Yeah.
And a quick reset again. Moxie and Freight at the front of that pack. Again, and out lead Jammer Illinois.
Arrakis, though, out of the box and through. So that's going to put the pressure on. Illinois goes for some points and calls it off. 2 going up for Illinois. They're in jam number 16.
So 60 points and just over 6 minutes left. We'll see what happens. What's gonna happen next? I see Largo getting ready to jam again for Rockin' City. And, oh, Brace Satan birthday jam at the front of that pack. The pack spread around. The Sip Elixirs, ooh, pivot line, but through. Lead jammer status is for Brace Satan. Cracker Jap and Jackie at the front of that pack. With Largo, we do have Catrix accepting the star for the second time this game. Now jammer for Rockin' City.
And Braze going to the penalty box.
Catrix scoring for Rockin' City through, knocking blockers in her wake. Going right around that tripod. Beautiful assist from Jackie Daniels, but a nice drawback by Wendy. That is Fox Force, being the force she is. Do you have a power jam that I missed? Again, Catrix, second scoring pass. 50 seconds left in this jam. Catrix trying to draft through on that pass behind Bray Satan. Both jammers resetting, and another power jam, the second penalty within this jam for Bray Satan.
Penalty also going to Catrix, so Bray's gonna sit for a second.
It's a dance, a do-si-do. Boom, boom, musical chairs.
Man, the Night Owl penalty box, very active. So happy that we have those amazing officials over there to track that time and give the signals.
It's been kept warm, that's for sure. 9 seconds on the jam clock. Jackie and Cracker Jap, last lines of defense. Jackie at the front. Great hit by Cracker Jap at the end of that jam as it comes to its full 2-minute end.
Man, that was a jam. That was a jammy jam.
That was a jam. 4-12 in favor of Rockin' City, 113 to 165. Windy City still in this lead, 4 minutes left on the game clock.
Looks like an official review being requested by Rockin' City. What could it be? We'll let you know when we know.
Oh, nice.
All right, so Rockin City believed that the Windy City Jammer had not exited properly in that last jam, so we're looking for an illegal procedure penalty. Officials said, no, that's not what happened, so they lost their official review. And in the amount of time it's taken me to say that, we have another power jam. Ice Hurt going to the penalty box. Pop-Tart for Rockin City out as lead. Freight Train also going to the penalty box.
But that is a scoring pass for Pop-Tart. Lead jammer.
So
It's a third power jam within 2 jams in favor of Rockin City. This is just what they need. Huge hit on Moxie. She's up, she's okay. And the drawback from Buttercup taking Pop-Tart all the way around. Oh. I think her helmet hit the ground.
ooh, yeah.
Ice Hurt through on initial. Ice Hurt going face to face with Trillarolla in a Spain and through. Quick scoring pass for Ice Hurt. And forcing that call off. So the score for Rockin City is 120, and the score for Windy All-Stars is 169 points. Just over 2 minutes left in this game.
Be sure you stick around for the next game. That's going to be Boston B against Arizona Rising starting at 2 p.m. Whistle blows. Killinois wearing the star for Windy City. Rugrat for Rockin City. Killinois at the top of the pack, able to get past Cracker, Jap, and SoCal Menace, but Menace picking up a penalty.
Out of play penalty.
Yeah, going to the Night Owl penalty box as Killinois re-engages the pack on a scoring pass. There has been a successful star pass to Miss D, so Miss Destruction jammer now for Rockin City puts the pressure on, and Killinois calls it off.
After putting 4 more on that scoreboard, so 173 to 120, just over 1 minute left on the game clock. Arrakis is the lead jammer. Nicholas Rage at the top of that pack, contending with Lola Chola, Freight Train. They're joined by Moxie Balboa and SoCal Menace. Arrakis at the back, facing that tripod of pain. Ooh, oh, Arrakis around the outside. Almost greeted by Buttercup, but that is a scoring pass for Arrakis. Arrakis gonna hit the back again on another run. Only double digits for Arrakis in this second half. We'll see. There's 4 more. I'm counting my chickens and my points. But Arrakis has a 12-point jam and 2 16-point jams in the second half, and came into this jam with at least 68 of those 128 points is Arrakis, so that does not include the 8 and counting so far this jam. Arrakis held up at turn number 3. And what's happening? Power jam. Do-si-do again, another switcheroo. Nicholas Rage back on the track. The pack slowly moves to turn 2. Beautiful catch by Freight Train, but that's not enough. Nicholas is out. Game clock expired. 8 on the jam clock. Nicholas wants more points. Whew. Oh, that was a fun one.
Really fantastic game here between these two cities, Windy City and Rockin City. So glad you were here with us at Cactus Cup 2025. Make sure you stick around. There is a lot more Derby to be played. We will be back with the next game at 2 p.m. Arizona time. Remember, we are on Pacific time, not Mountain time, because y'all, we don't play with that daylight savings time.
It's Arizona Rising versus Boston's B team coming up next.
You give it everything you've got.